Hey Chicas, today I am going to be eating only childhood foods for the whole day, for the full 24 hours. Yesterday I went to the supermarket and got loads of goodies.
When I was younger, I'd either always have these sorts of ice lollies or I'd have these sorts, Calippos. So I think I'm gonna get some Calippos since these look really fun. Oh my goodness me, I used to absolutely love Pez dispensers. Like anyone else getting flashbacks right now. Between these two options, I definitely would have chosen the Minions, so I'm gonna get that. I definitely had a sweet tooth when I was a kid, or I still do to be honest, so I think that today is definitely going to be a lot of sweets. For example, Skittles are a total classic, especially the Crazy Sours. I'm kind of getting these just because I like them.
And I have all the goodies. And when I say goodies, I literally mean goodies. Most of these things are treats, okay? What I would class as a treat now.
In this big old bag.
So I'm really excited to get started with this and have breakfast because I feel like this breakfast is definitely gonna be an oldie, but a goldie. So for my breakfast, I'm gonna be having some Kellogg's. The cereal that I've gone for is Frosties. I feel like between all of my favorite cereals when I was a little kid, Frosties was definitely up there. Like I really liked Frosties. I also liked Cocoa Pops, the classic. Rice Krispies, I like the sound. Like I really liked that part, but I did kind of feel like they were a bit boring. Like they're just pretty flavorless. Like there's not really much to them, whereas Frosties I really liked. When I was a kid, I probably did not eat that much, but I feel like I'm gonna be really hungry after this. But a weird thing that I used to do well, to be honest, I'm not gonna say I used to do because I still really hate it when cereal goes soggy. So quite often I would insist on having zero milk. Yeah, I know it's really weird, but I used to insist on having no milk, and if I was to have milk, I'd just have the tiniest bit ever. Normally in the morning I have porridge or I have muesli or something that you have to add milk to. Like you can't just have dry muesli. That wouldn't be very nice. Wow, it smells exactly like how I remember it smelling. Like I haven't had this in such a long time. I'm a little nervous to try. I don't know why. I literally haven't had this in years.
Just kind of tastes like Frosties.
Yeah, it tastes exactly how I remember it, which is really cool. So that was definitely a very dry breakfast. It was very dry. It was more like eating popcorn or crisps. So I guess if you think about it, it's not that weird, but still at the same time, a little weird to have it without milk. So thank you, Tony, for that delicious Frosties. I'm not really that full up though.
Don't mind me, just sitting in my hammock, and since that cereal was so dry, I feel like I need some liquid to moisten my mouth. Everyone's gonna hate that word, moisten. A word that sounds really weird is bladder. Me and Sienna were saying it sounds like it could be like a fish at the bottom of the sea. Like, you know, like the blobfish, the really weird fish right at the bottom of the sea. Bladder sounds like it suits one of those fish. So when I was a kid, I used to really love fruit shoots, or I used to always, hi Sienna. Oh, I used to always really love Capri Suns. So I'm gonna have this Capri Sun orange and peach. The only thing is I don't really remember it being that big. And I also feel like they used to have like straws and stuff like that, but these were the only ones I could find in the shop. So maybe this is just what they have in Portugal.
I was expecting it to be more like fruity. It kind of tastes a bit watered down. Like I don't really remember it tasting like this. Guys, I just looked in the ingredients because I was like, it tastes really watered down. And guess what the first ingredient is? Spring water, sugar, orange juice, peach juice, and then a few other things. But it only is 10% fruit. So that's why it tastes watered down, because it is mostly water. So it hasn't been that long since breakfast, but to be honest, that breakfast literally was not filling at all. So I'm gonna be having my snack now. And for my snack, when I was a kid, I used to love animal-shaped chocolate biscuits. Like, I don't recognize this brand, but I definitely would have biscuits just like these. So I'm gonna be having some of these, and I felt Sienna would like to try some as well.
Yeah.
You can have some. They come in little packets as well, so these are perfect. Like, what little kids have as a snack is something little that you bring along with you most of the time to school. So I feel like these are definitely little kids snacks, and they've got all cartoons on them. Look at all the dinosaurs over it. I wouldn't say I was the biggest dinosaur fan when I was a kid, but I did think dinosaurs were pretty fun. Like I had a few books and stuff that had all dinosaurs. Do you like dinosaurs?
Yeah, I think they're quite cool, yeah.
It really want to know if all the dinosaurs are the same. So this one's a T-Rex. Ooh, and then this one, I can't remember what sort of dinosaur this is called. You know, one of the biggest ones with the really long necks? I have no idea. Oh, the one with the spiky back.
And then I've got the one.
Oh, that one. The spiky, like, head, you know what I mean? I think that one's called a Stegosaurus. I don't really know. Yeah, I think that one's the Tyrannosaurus Rex as well. I really want to get all the biscuits out and see what shapes they have. So, you know, they do have more shapes. They have the flying ones as well. Honestly, I really wish I knew the names of the dinosaurs. What is this one called?
I don't know. Hang on a second. I think I might have a dinosaur book.
Oh, Sienna has a dinosaur book. So anyways, miracles, me and Sienna are probably just gonna be eating loads of these biscuits. It only comes with 3 packets, so I probably will eat this one as well, just because they're really delicious. Like, they're really nice and chocolatey. Whether you're a kid or not, they're really fun because they're all in different shapes and you can learn about the dinosaurs. And then they're also really delicious. So I definitely like these. I'm fans of these ones.
Sorry guys, but I can't find the dinosaur book.
Oh, no. So it's now lunchtime and I really wanted to get one of those cans of Heinz ready-made spaghetti shapes. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any of those, but I looked it up and Heinz actually do dry pasta as well. So I couldn't find Heinz own brand, but I found this brand of spaghetti shapes and these are actually stars. But what's really funny is they're literally so tiny and it actually says for 10+ months. So these are literally not even for kids. They are proper baby food. They're so small. And then I'm also gonna add some tomato sauce to it, so then it's like Heinz spaghetti. I have a slight emergency, so I wasn't really paying attention to the pasta, and I think the spoon's hot. I'm pretty sure it's all stuck to the bottom, and I poured in the whole packet since it was such a small packet. Right, I think it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, right. I panicked there. I thought all my lunch was gone because, like, I can't eat anything else other than this because I don't have anything else that's kiddie.
That was a close call.
And here are my finished spaghetti shapes. So look how cute they are. They're really, really tiny though because they're obviously designed for babies. So I don't feel like there's really gonna be that much chew here. So let's try it. It just kind of tastes like normal pasta and tomato. Like, obviously it's just normal pasta, it's just like the shape, which makes it so fun for kids. I'm also gonna be having some bread with it, and I wasn't like this the whole time I was a kid. I think it was just kind of a phase I went through. It wasn't like my whole childhood, I guess. It's kind of confusing, like, what is childhood? Like, is it like when you're 5? Is it when you're like 10? Because technically I'm 15, so you could say that I'm still in my childhood. But anyways, I mean, like, this video is like when I was a proper kid. So what I'm gonna be doing is I did actually not like my crusts on my bread. Not the whole time, but for a part of the time while I was a kid, I didn't like the crusts on the bread, so I always cut them off, or I got my mum to cut them off. So unfortunately, these are all my favorite parts, which I am going to feed to another member of my family. Let's eat this without the crusts. There really is no chew at all to this because the bread is just the inside, like, really easy to chew bit. And then the pasta is so tiny, you don't even need to chew it. You can just do one chew and then, like, you're done and you can swallow it immediately, So I'm now gonna have some yogurts as my dessert, and actually that pasta was so filling, but when I was a kid, I literally loved yogurt so much. Like, I feel like I almost lived off yogurt. Like, if I was allowed to, I would have lived off yogurt. I turned vegan when I was 8, so after I turned vegan, then I would have yogurts like this Alpro soya yogurt. But before I was vegan, I would have those, like, yogurt strips. I think you can get vegan ones now, but I couldn't find any in the supermarket. But anyways, I would also have these sorts of yogurts, and these are strawberry flavor, which I'm pretty sure strawberry was one of my favorite flavors. I was definitely a fan of strawberry, at least. I don't feel like I've had one of these sorts of yogurts for a while, so I'm excited for this one. Ooh, smells like strawberries. This looks really good. I also love the color. I went through phases of what my favorite color was, but pink was definitely my favorite color for part of the time. I also really love red. Maybe that's why I like strawberries. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. The only thing is though, I'm now remembering how fast these yogurts go. Like, I've literally eaten more than half of it already. And like that, it's all gone. And it is candy time, so I obviously didn't have candy every day, candy or sweets, whatever you want to call it. I definitely didn't have sweets every day when I was a kid because I wasn't allowed. But when I was allowed, I thought it'd be fun to try
some sweets, since that is pretty much like obviously it was probably my favorite food as a kid. Sweets, of course. I mean, what kid doesn't love sweets? I haven't had one of these in such a long time, but a Pez dispenser. I used to find these so much fun, and I used to actually keep the dispenser for ages and like use it as a toy. I would also always try and make the Pez dispenser like fillings last such a long time, and I'd like save them and like allow myself one every like day, but then they'd all end up going, like I wouldn't have enough self-control. I'd want to just save one for every day, and then I'd just end up eating them all in one go. So there we go, Miracles. My Pez dispenser is fully loaded. Now you just go like that, and then you get a little Pez. Do you want one?
Yeah, please.
These are actually banana flavor.
Are they?
And they're really good. I wasn't that big of a fan of bananas when I was a kid, but I did like banana flavored sweets. So you know those foamy banana sweets? I really love those. Another sweet I used to really like, well, I still like, and I still have sometimes as a treat, are Skittles. These are the Crazy Sours. I remember the first time I had these, I was so excited because I love sour, and I really loved sour as a kid as well. So when I saw these, I was so excited. Also because Crazy Sours has pink, and just like, I actually really like the colors of the Crazy Sours. You can see them. I really like the colors of this. Do you want a few?
Yeah, please.
Delicious. And it's dinner time, or as my little sister Karma would say, me mine now. Anyways, so what I'm gonna have for dinner is, it was kind of tricky for me to think of something that I'd have for dinner, because like it just really depends on like the day. So I thought a classic kids meal is kind of like something really quick and easy for the parents to make, obviously. So something I really liked to have as a kid was vegetable fish fingers. So obviously they're not actually fish fingers, they're just vegetable fingers. I don't know why I call them vegetable fish fingers, but they're kind of like fish fingers. And then some chips, because I went for a phase that probably, I don't know how long it lasted, but I did go for a phase where I didn't really like chips. But then I ended up liking them again, and I obviously liked them before I went through that phase. So I'm not really gonna count that as like a childhood food, because I went through different phases. Like I went through a phase where I thought red peppers were spicy, you know? So I went through some funny phases as a kid. So I bet you've never heard a kid say that they didn't like chips, but hey, that was me as a kid. I'm gonna put these in the oven and make these now, and I will see you once they're all prepared. Wow, this smells so good right now. Like, I don't normally have this sort of food, and it just looks really good. I feel like even when I was a kid, I definitely wouldn't have this sort of food every night, but when I did, I was definitely happy about it. So I'm really excited for this. I also put some cheese on the chips because I love cheesy chips. Still love cheesy chips. Got some ketchup, that's a classic. Let's try. I haven't had these fish fingers in such a long time, so I'm interested and seeing what they taste like. I've never had this brand either. I've never seen this brand before. I'm gonna guess it's a Portuguese brand or like a European brand, so let's try it. Yeah, they're just vegetable fingers. I wouldn't say they're like my favorite thing ever now. I think I kind of appreciated them more as a kid. I don't know, I just prefer like whole vegetables rather than them being in this like breadcrumb. Like it tastes good, but you know what I mean. Right, now let's try the chips. I'm gonna get a really cheesy one and the ketchup. These are classic. These are the McCain's, and they're just a classic, you know. Now, don't get me wrong, that was good. It was good, but it definitely was giving me canteen vibes, like canteen food, you know, at lunch, at school. That's kind of what it reminded me of. This is supposed to be just like classic kids food, and that definitely was. Anyways, I'm now gonna be having my dessert. So when I was a kid, I'd either have those ice pops that I showed you in the supermarket, or I'd have Calippos like these. So I'm gonna have some Calippos. I wonder what flavor I'm gonna go for. There's cola, lime, orange, strawberry, or cola again. I don't know why there's two colas on it. I either would have gone for cola, or I would have gone for lime. I'm pretty sure I was a big cola fan, so I'm gonna go for cola. So I have got my cola Calippo. Let's open this up, boys. Ooh, it's a little bit defrosted at the top there. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Ow, it
went on my teeth and it really hurt. Ouch, but this tastes really kind of like, it's really weird. Today I've been trying to get into my mindset of when I was younger, and I feel like I'm actually kind of achieving it. Like, I do still really like Kyla. I feel like I'm kind of like the same flavors, but I'm not sure. At the same time, I do feel like my taste buds and the food I enjoy has definitely changed at the same time, so. So Mochons, as you can see outside, it is now dark and I'm now gonna be heading to bed. I was kind of tempted. I also got these Alpro chocolate milks, which I had always have as a kid, but I didn't actually end up having any just because it kind of felt weird to have it now. Like, that's normally what you have during the day, but I didn't end up having it during the day today. Anyways, Mochons, if you're new around here, make sure to click subscribe and also check out this video here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!